Good morning, everybody. Oh, not used to being up this time broadcasting live, so got my coffee here. Hope you guys are having a great morning so far. Morning, Marty. Morning, Daniel. Mornings. I'm sorry, I keep slowing down on your name, Swasana. Good morning, Joe. Hey, what's up, Strickland? I'm up, and looks like we're all up. How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are having a good morning so far. I just got up about like 20 minutes ago, so but the cool thing is I didn't have to set up the actual canopy. I just turned on the farmers market page on our website, and I'm still just trying to figure out the logistics here. We're also going to have Mad Productions and Weatherbeard. They're going to be here, I believe. So we'll see when they pop in. But usually at a farmer's market, people set up their booths and start just, everyone takes their own time to kind of get set up, and, customers start coming in little by little. And it's always fun to do. Cool vibe if you guys have ever been to a farmer's market. Eventually, what I'd like to do is have a variety of different kinds of companies that, like, individual local companies, or local to, when I say local, I guess I mean small business online, not MLMs and those types of businesses, but the kinds of businesses that are like, a single family owned business that, they sell all sorts of things. Strickland says he passed out on the live stream last night. Well, I'm glad you got up, man. What did I do after the live stream? I was going to take the stream and convert it to a podcast, but then I started talking to Barb about stuff, so I downloaded the podcast. I downloaded the stream, the audio of it, but I haven't actually made it into a podcast yet. So I'll probably do that today or tonight or something. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Then I went to bed late, though. I went to bed around 2. So now I'm trying to, I need to set up a few things here. Let me see. What do I got to do here? I guess I'll create a little streamer banner. Let me see. Is it? Go to. To fbeard.com/BFM. Oh, it's actually products. Go to. All right, fbeard.com to go to the virtual farmers market. So once you go there, on the top of the Ferocious page, there's a big green banner now, and it says the virtual farmers market is open right now. And then when you click on that, it'll bring you to the page. So what are you guys up to today? Did you guys did you just get up, or are you guys have you guys been up for a while? Because I mean, typically I'm not a morning person. My 6-month-old daughter and I got up at 6:30 and had breakfast and hanging out. Oh wow, that's awesome. 6 months old, that's so cool. Congratulations. That's worth getting up for at 6:30 in the morning. That's for sure. My daughters are a little older now, 10 and 12, and they're just they usually, like, my youngest will say, "Hey, can you wake me up when you get up?" Sure. You gonna get up? Yeah, I get up. So I go wake her up. Okay, time to wake up. Uh, I'm like, well, why did you want me to wake you up then? Let's see. Just had a shot of coffee and seen the live stream. Oh, cool. Yeah, we had a great live stream last night, I think. Definitely, it was fun. Another fun night. So, and let's see here. I'm waiting. So, I have a. Let's see. Now, I gotta check too because I don't. I'm gonna type the codes too, or for the other links too. For hold on, let me see. For Goat Madness, if you go to goatmadness.com, they've got a code FF Market One, which will save you 20%. Good morning, James. How's it going? Um, and then Weatherbeard Supply, they also will be here. And if you go there, let me see if there's a code for that or how he has his set up. But their website is weatherbeardsupply.com. So those are going to be the three. So I need to put something here, I guess, to have all of our stuff. Let me see. So James, what's going on? It's must be 8 o'clock or so out in California. So how are you doing today, man? I've been asking a couple of friends for suggestions on which of your scents I should try. They say that all of the scents sound amazing. Not too helpful since they like everything. Right? That's funny. That's the problem is like what do you pick? There's so many choices, you know. Um you can definitely kind of get that analysis paralysis when you're going through the different scents because there's so many choices. Um and you want to use the gift card from last night. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Yeah. Gift cards are like cash, so you can definitely do that. Good to hear, man. Good to hear you're doing good. And thanks for your order, James, yesterday. So we got some. We'll get working on that. Probably Sunday we'll start working on that, and Monday we'll finish it up for sure and get that out to you. So that would be cool to have you try some of those new scents that we've got. I haven't found one I don't like. Debating between clean citrus and sublime. So, morning, Brad. How are you? Happy Saturday morning. Little strange being up at this hour for me doing this, but it's good to be here. And I'm glad you guys are here too. Clean citrus is really nice. Yeah, it is a good scent. Let me see. I'm going to work on a new banner here to show the different companies. All right. I'm going to try to put a banner that has all our sites. Go. Okay. And Goat has a code on his, so let me just put that code in there. Here we go. FF Market 1. This might be so long. Let's see. All right, something like that. You narrowed it down to 9 choices. I think I'll do a mixed matched oil butter so I can try. Oh, that's a good idea. And those, they're $15 for oils and balms and butters. So, and they're like 3 for 40, like a trio. So if you wanted to get a oil, a balm, and a butter, 40. So yeah, I mean, there's I made it too, so you could just select from the list for each one, so you can definitely mix and match. Nate, is one or other stronger than the other? Clean citrus or sublime? I would say sublime is slightly stronger than clean citrus, but not terribly strong. I mean, it's a medium strength, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Clean citrus is a light to medium scent, but I'd say sublime is a little bit stronger than clean citrus. I miss Saturday morning cartoons, but this is going to be a great replacement. Unless I'm working on Saturday, I will be getting ready for work to be out the door by 10:30 to get the first bus. Yes. Yeah. Although, this time isn't necessarily set in stone. Um, we can definitely change the times as we see fit. Maybe in the afternoon we might do something on other Saturdays, or maybe on Sundays. We'll just kind of play by ear and see how it goes. So this is definitely the first one. So my beard hasn't had its coffee, so he's cranky. Yeah, for sure, brother. For sure, man. Absolutely. Brad, I used the fruit punch beard balm the other day. And man, I actually made it, and then I went to bed with it, and it just smells so good, that fruit punch. I think in a butter, it would just be amazing. I really, really like that scent a lot. Dangerous Mango smells just like mango, so it's a citrus type scent, but it's very nice. Yeah, that is a good one too. I think I'll for sure take Sweet Oud, so I'm tossing the other 8 around for a second. Dangerous Mango, Fruit Punch, Irish Cream, Lime Vanilla, Orange Cream Pop, Regular Joe, Sweet Oud, Sweet Sauce, and Texas Peach. Those are all some good choices. Irish Cream smells like coffee with creamer, or an actual coffee creamer. Black Java is pure coffee scent. Yes. Hey, good morning, Josh. How are you, man? Hope you're doing well this Saturday morning. Let's see. I'm going to put these up for now. Oh, excuse me. Well, okay, so Weatherbeard Supply Company at weatherbeardsupply.com. Goat Maddness, goatmadness.com with code FFMarket1 saves 20%. And Ferocious Beer Company, fbeard.com. That's the shortcut to get there. And so those are the 3 websites that are here, participating. And then they should be jumping on hopefully pretty soon. I know that Corey from Weatherbeard, he's just out grabbing himself a coffee. He says he'll be here in about 20 minutes. Well, and that was about 10 minutes ago. So he should be popping on pretty soon. Let's see. Lime Vanilla is, where'd that go? Lime vanilla is mainly lime. I don't remember getting much vanilla from it. Yep, that makes sense. It's not. It's basically we use a vanilla hand scraped vanilla bean in jojoba oil, and it's just basically pure vanilla. So it's not a fragrance oil. It's an all natural vanilla. Orange cream pop literally smells like an orange cream pop. Smells like a creamsicle. So when we first started making orange cream pop, we used orange um, essential oil and we used that vanilla, and it didn't have the pop that I was looking for to make it really smell like a cream pop, like a creamsicle. So I found a fragrance oil that literally smells like a creamsicle. So we changed the formula for that one to a fragrance oil, and it smells exactly like a creamsicle. So that's a really really good scent. The only reason I switched was because it was like they exactly matched what I was hoping for, like what I had envisioned. Um, so it's a Fruity Loops sampler that I made for myself. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you doing? Happy
I'm
Saturday.
doing well. Sorry I was a little bit behind today.
Oh, you're fine.
I had to make a run to town and drop off some orders, and I picked up my coffee. So, and then I gave my coffee to my wife when I got home, and now I'm drinking water. So,
I hope you at least had a few sips.
yeah, I did. I very aggressively sipped the first half of it and gave the remainder to her. So,
Oh, nice. That's awesome. And here's here's a little logistical thing I hadn't even thought about, is that when we do these things now, the sign is of course covering my face. So I'll have to work on a new sign for next
you got to
time.
show that beard, man. You got to show that
Yeah,
beard.
it's like, there we go. For $25, we get to expose the man behind the sign.
Love it.
Well, that's cool. You have some music too going, because I was like, I'd like to do music, but I don't want to get, banned by YouTube or whatever. But if you have some music going, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is just it's actually a YouTube channel, live streamed, just jazz music that plays, I think, 24/7. So,
Oh, cool. Very
yeah,
nice.
it's not like a copyrighted song or anything. It just plays on loop for all day long. So, love it. It's always kind of a good background music, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool.
Ambient.
Very
So,
good.
yeah, I was driving on the way home. I had pulled up your live stream before I got going. Hey, Suasana, I see you over there. I got my live chat pulled up right now from my phone, so I can't see anything on the screen. It's just all chat. I don't know if you've ever been on StreamYard from your phone.
I have, just to test it, so I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, so you pull up the comment section, and it's just all comments. But
Okay.
hello, Suasana. I see you guys. So if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask. But I did see where you were talking about discount codes and how Mad Productions had the 20% off. I've actually got a 20% code as well. It's not just unique to this stream. It was something that I created about a month or two ago, and it's really easy. It's just take 20. So to take 20% off your order. We have a lot of different codes running right now, so I don't want to overwhelm you with all the codes we have. But if anyone is looking for a particular product, such as a beard oil, a beard balm, or one of our whipped butters, we do have a buy two, get one free on any of those products. You just have to put 3 of the same item in your cart and then use either the codes free oil, free balm, or free whip, just depending on which third product you want to get. Marty, hello, Marty. And you're really curious about the solid cologne. Yeah, simple concept. So the way that I let people know what a solid cologne is essentially like a wax melt that you would melt in your house, but your body is the heat source. So it's essentially just a concentrated beeswax fragrance that you melt with the heat of your finger, and you put it on your pulse points behind your ears or across your wrists. And then your body heat continually kind of puts that subtle fragrance out. So there's no alcohols or aerosols involved. So you're not going to get that loud projection like, hey, I just entered the room. But if somebody were to give you a hug or shake your hand and get close enough, they would probably pick it up off of you. So.
All right. So I just clean this up a bit so you can actually see me.
I'm going to go ahead and hop off the comment. There you go. I see you, man. I always try to get this tripod as close as I can to my table. I feel like I'm really far away, but this is usually my view for when I go live on Instagram. I got my table here and I'm like packing stuff up. You've seen me, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Got all my supplies right back behind me, all made up and ready to go. So it's kind of a mess, but we just reorganized the upstairs office to accommodate for packing and getting things out the door a little better. So
yeah, oh no, I mean, hey, whatever works. I know our workspace is, someone once asked, why is it that every time I see somebody's workspace, it's full of boxes? And it's like, well, because, you know, it's just easier to keep them in the boxes, frankly.
If you knew like how many trips that we had to make to the local recycle bin just to throw away cardboard boxes, it's absurd, man. You're getting like all your butters and your fragrances and oils, and I mean everything comes in a box. Your labels and bubble wrap, and I mean all the envelopes back here, which we've just started using these bright blue envelopes, which I really like. Something cool I'd like to try to do is like for the fall, we're actually going to pick up some orange bubble mailers, and kind of since we're Weatherbeard, we're going to like play with the seasons. And then maybe in like the winter time, do like a mint blue type thing.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be really nice. Let me see if I can change the this right here just to make it. I think in the future, what I'll do is I will put on the link, like for example, it says visit fbeard.com to go to the virtual farmers market. I will put on there on that page the link to everybody else who's participating too. That way it'll be, yeah, they'll go to, you know, Ferocious's page, but then there'll be links to the other companies that are also involved.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's really cool. I think this is a really cool concept, and I feel like it was kind of last minute, and I am horrible with social media, so I would have needed my wife's help to really kind of get some posts across the board and get it out there and informed. I did shoot a story mode right before I came on here and just said, hey, come on over to Ferocious Beard's YouTube. We're doing a virtual market for 2 hours. So that's about the best that I could do.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, let's try this. And I hadn't really thought that it would be nice to plan it out, maybe have some, you know, a little bit of marketing, get it out for a week or two on a couple of, you know, on social media. But hey, we learned from this, and this is, you know, we learn about things like the sign covering my face and, you know, that kind of thing. So it definitely, it helps. Let's see.
Hey, I just got an order.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I love it. I saw where you had just got an order earlier too.
I did. Daniel placed an order. Appreciate that, Daniel.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to start doing some giveaways, right? Bonus giveaway. I've watched enough Ferocious, man. Now that it's like giveaway time all the time, man. It's great.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about doing giveaways during the farmers market yet because things, I mean, oils are $15, balms are $15, butters are $15, and here's a giveaway for $25. You get a free comb. So that is a giveaway. And it's a peachwood comb.
Very nice.
So,
I need to get a deeper tined comb. Like the one that I have is really short. It's like the little sandalwood comb. I think my beard has kind of outgrown that tiny. I'm letting my beard grow out through the remainder of the year too. So I would say that probably by November, December, you probably won't see my neckline anymore. I got about another 4 months. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll see.
I can see it's growing in though over the past
Oh
couple of months.
yeah, yeah. You go back to some of my like my live videos when everyone first started. All that I do is I kind of keep the sides trimmed in, and I just let my neck. I finally stopped trimming my neckline, so that ought to fill in and push out for the next 3 or 4 months. So
absolutely, yeah. And I've stopped trimming mine as well because I mean this kind of goes over it now, and it's probably a good 2.5 inches or so, maybe 3 inches almost from my neck down from the back. So
gotcha. I see people saying, hey Daniel, how you doing? And then Bud says, how do we do this?
Oh, hey Bud, how's it going? So there are welcome to the virtual farmers market, by the way, guys. So what we do is there's a banner at the bottom, kind of going down at the bottom, and each of us have our respective web pages. So for example, Ferocious Beer Company, if you just go to fbeard.com or ferociousbeard.com and you go to the top of the page on there, there's going to be a link right to the virtual farmers market where we have oils, balms, and butters for $15 or 2 for $25. Or you can get 3 for $40. You can do like a trio for $40.
Very nice.
So that's, but no codes on that page. So those are just the prices of those products for this farmers market. And then if you go to goatmaddness.com, you can use code FFMarket1 for 20% off. And then if you go to Weatherbeard Supply Company's website, it's weatherbeardsupply.com, and you will save 20% with code TAKE20 on I think all your products.
Yeah, it applies to everything except for our soap bars, which was a conversation you were having last night about shipping costs. And basically our margins on the soap bars are so small that what we're making off of the soap, we're putting back into shipping costs. So, but yeah.
And yes, Daniel, great point. There is also a link in the description on both the YouTube page as well as the Facebook page. I don't think the codes are on the description because I didn't get the codes until just now. Well, till after I edited that. So, but yes, those codes are streaming at the bottom of this page here.
Tiki hops in and says, hey, gents, all of my favorite beard companies are here.
Yes.
That's nice to know.
What's going on, Tiki?
Glad to know we're in your favorites list.
Yeah, we really do appreciate your
mission accomplished.
Letting us know. So let's see here. Those tiny wood combs don't do it for me either. I highly recommend the carbon fiber combs from Chicago Combs. They're huge, long, and wide tooth. Just got mine first recently. Awesome. And they're the best combs you've ever had. Very nice. Then I'm going to have to check that out. I appreciate you, man, for letting me know.
Yeah, I think like the whole like metal carbon fiber types of combs are kind of a cool spin too. You know, as long as you're getting away from plastic, you're not generating that static and getting those snagging tines and stuff from the molds. So
yeah.
What's going on, Jersey, Ron?
Oh, Jason's USPS just dropped off my crunch oil and butter, Nate. Smells absolutely phenomenal, sir. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I've been concerned about USPS. I talked about it last night, and I'm very concerned about what's happening in the USPS. Yeah,
I had my heart sunk into my stomach, man.
Jersey.
I can throw a rock from my house and hit the post office. It's on the other side of the street, and it is incredibly convenient for me, as I'm sure you know. But I walked over there about 3 or 4 days ago, and the lady was like, yeah, she says, I just want to let you know they may be closing this office down because of revenue. There's not enough revenue to keep it open. And it's got really odd hours because we're in a village town. So we're only open from 9 a.m. to noon every day. And then on Saturdays, it's actually closed. And then like today, I had to go to the town south of me, and they're open from 9 to 12. So I can still get orders out and save like 1 day shipping speed just by driving to the next town over. And I try to stay on top of that shipping speed. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, they've apparently done away with overtime at the post office. So now if it's not done by the time your shift is over, you leave it till the next day. So eventually that's just going to stack up.
Yep.
you know. Let's see. So Daniel's asking about which model comb Suisana has. 7 and 8. All right.
Another beard company. You can buy them on Amazon. Good morning, Michael
Yep.
Ranger from Facebook. That's cool that I can
Hey, Michael.
actually see where the comments are coming from too through StreamYard. That's nice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So welcome, Michael. How's it going? Glad you could make it here this morning. I'm still getting the tired out of my eyes and out of my body, so I've got my coffee here.
Yeah. I had 1 cup this morning right when I woke up at like 9, which I did sleep in a lot today. Kind of been in a habit of doing that. We've been staying up late, sleeping in. So I'm like, I need to just abruptly break the cycle at some point and just cut my sleep out by like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just get up and just shake all the sleeps out of me. But yeah, that second cup of coffee, I sipped on it on the way home and then gave about 3/4 of it to my wife. So.
Oh, that's sweet.
Man, I am so like, I'm ready to try your stuff, man. After watching Swag sniff that blueberry tobacco, like nobody does an intoxication like Swag. Like he smelled it and I'm like, I want it so bad. Oh.
Yeah, that was an amazing video. I love watching his videos.
Love him, man. He just put out a video the other day, actually. He was interviewed on a podcast about his past and the experience that he had that changed him. Wow. Incredibly powerful. Delivered from just a history of drug abuse of his family, and just had an amazing encounter with God. And that's where all this positivity and truth and transparency and love comes from. It's really amazing. So if you guys haven't yet and you know who Beard Swag is, absolutely incredible story that he got to share on a podcast. And it just makes you want to love the guy so much more and support him and everything he's doing. So if you guys haven't yet, he has done a review on both my company and Nate's. And we both got a thumbs up. So that's why I like to hang out with cool guys like Nate who have good products and get good reviews. So we can kind of learn from one another. What are you doing that's so good, man? So like I said, I see all these scents and I'm just like, what do you do? What do you do? There's so many good ones. And I just picked up the other day, actually, when he was doing his video. I know that you have a unique spin on it, but Apple and Oud, I was like, somebody else does that, right? Like, and then it was Fables the Grower. Oh, he's got his CBD line, and then he also has Dr. Wolf, which is a blueberry and tobacco. And I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. So,
well, although ours is blackberry though.
Blackberry, gotcha. Yep, that's my mistake.
No, that's okay. But yeah, so yeah, Fable does have a blueberry. I do not yet have a blueberry, and I don't have a CBD line either. Sure. But yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities when you have something like Oud. You can blend that with so many different fragrance oils or natural essential oils, and you can end up with like literally with all the different scents that we have. I'm sure you have. You could potentially make millions of possible scents.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. Just your ratios on different fragrance oils and essentials. You could have 4 essential oils and make hundreds of blends with it. I mean,
I think 4 would literally give you about 1 million or so, just 1 point something million with just 4, with just mixing, A and B, A and C, A, B, and D. You know what I mean? You could do so many things.
It's crazy, man. So I see Suasana's talking about that pick again. He had his numbers mixed up, I believe. And then Daniel, I'm based out of Ohio, so.
Yep, and I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Got the Solstice sample in my beard bento box. Really great stuff. Weatherbeard smells amazing. That beard bento box is amazing.
Colognes here just to show you guys.
Yeah, that beard bento box is a wonderful product.
That was really cool, man. I felt like I felt like a celebrity whenever he reached out and he's like, "Hey, I would like for you to be in our beard bento box." And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yes.
whoa!" And I'm like, "Me? Awesome!" So he was like, "Do you have any sample products?" And he really wanted to actually do a sample of my whip. He wanted a 1 ounce whipped jar, and I'm like, first, I don't have any 1 ounce jars. And there is no way that I could do that within the time frame. I said, I do believe that I have these tiny little circular tins that I can put my solid cologne in. And this one is our best seller. That's why I dropped it in the box. So people having a first time experience with solid cologne would get our best selling product, of course. Just that initial impression, like, whoa, that's actually really good. That's kind of cool. And we do have 5 other flavors, as we would call it, from Tennessee, but scents. That's actually where I was born and raised up, was Tennessee. So
okay,
Indiana, shipping shouldn't take long. Yeah, absolutely, man. We carry at a couple of different stores in Indiana at the moment. One in Indianapolis called Homespun Indie. Really cool gift shop. They have like 250 different vendors in there. It's unbelievable. And then another one we just started carrying at is called Smoky Fireside Creations. And they said that they're kind of having a slow go right now, just with everything opening back up, which is understandable. But I think they ought to move some good product come. On the Weatherbeard website, Take 20. Did you put it all together? Just Take 20, not space in between the Take and 20? That should work. We haven't deactivated the code, so it should still be running. But yeah, Daniel, we actually do craft shows in Indiana, usually 3 or 4 times a year. Indianapolis has their show, the Homespun Indie I was talking about, actually puts one on called the Indiana Handicraft Exchange. And they do it twice a year, but I think they're skipping over the summer one. Oh, you've heard of both of the stores. Very cool. Very cool.
I'm just going in to validate that that code for you on your website.
Yeah. Let me know if that works. It should. And like I said, if anyone wants to do a buy 2 get 1 free, or if you want to do even an oil, balm, and butter combo for $39.99, kind of similar to what Nate has going on. We have a code that is ALLSET, ALLSET. You just have to have an oil, a balm, and a whip in your cart for that to work. Bloomington, we actually we were carrying our products in Bloomington at Gather Shop. And recently we were withdrawn from that shop, but
so just don't mean to interrupt, but I did validate that Take 20 works on balms. So
okay.
let me see what else. Let me just add a bunch of things to it, and then I'll use Take 20 to see if
Take
it might
20
be just
works. It should apply to all products except for the soap bars. So if all you did was added some soap and used it, it's not going to work.
Okay, that makes sense. But anything else, you have soaps in your cart and other things, Take 20 should also work for everything else but for the soaps.
Right. So it will take 20% off an oil, balm, and I'm using, okay, yeah, you're using it on a combo. That's the problem right there. Yeah, the combo price is already at a discounted rate. And that is for when we're not running any codes and you still want to get a discount on just buying 2 of the same scented product for like an oil and balm or an oil and butter combo. But yeah, if you wanted to try, you could just add an oil and a balm to your cart and then use Take 20. That's another thing. See, these were codes that we were running for advertisements, just to reach out and grab new customers. And then we don't list the codes all over our website, right? Because we have like 5 different codes running. We're just trying to get traffic to our website. So for people who are just visiting it without seeing the advertisement, they're still going to have that option of saving some money through getting a combo pack.
And Bud, same thing with Ferocious on soaps. We don't use most discounts won't work on the soaps because the soaps, they're fairly low priced anyway, and B, the profit margin on soaps is very tight because of how long it takes to make a bar of soap, as well as what we pay for the soap material. So it's just very tough to make any money at all on soaps, which is why we generally don't put discounts on soaps. And I think it's the same for Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really like I told you last night on the live stream, we originally we don't even make our soaps. That's just up front. I do buy my soaps from another manufacturer, and then we just rebox it. We did design our own label, and we got the craft paper boxes and stuff, but we buy these in pre-sliced lobes, and we just cut them up, drop them in the box. And really what we started, I just got another order. Thank you, whoever that was. So I think that actually was Bud. Yeah, Bud. Cool. But yeah, we started originally carrying soaps because we would do craft shows throughout the year, a lot like this virtual one. People would come up to our booth, and primarily women shop at the craft shows, and you hit all, hey, what's up, Casey? Dave?
Yeah, I just got another order too. Thank you.
Wow, man.
Thank you. And Dan, thank you.
It's working.
Thank you so
guys so much. So I actually just use soaps because, like you said, a woman walking by and they see a big sign that says Weatherbeard, beard care and solid cologne, and they're just like, I don't have a beard.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
exactly like that. That's exactly what they say.
And I'm like, you need to stop shaving. That's the secret. And then they laugh. And usually what I would do is say, have you ever seen a solid cologne? And they're like, a what? And I'm like, yeah. Do you have a man in your life? Do you like for him to smell good? Can you like at least give me your opinion on what my colognes smell like? Would you like for a man to smell like this? And then they'll come up, and a lot of times they will smell them and give me their feedback, and they're not wanting to buy anything. But
hey, Casey.
I figured women love soap. That's just a fact. They love soaps at craft shows. So you're like, hey, you like a good soap? Oh, you have soaps?
Yeah, but that's cool that you can actually keep them there, because we have our soaps out there too at the normal farmers markets, and normally they are already so ready to say no that they keep walking. So,
right.
And in the future, I was debating maybe not having the banner on the top of the canopy, because that's, even though that draws guys with beards to the canopy, at least if I didn't have that, then it would be kind of like equal playing until they get there, and then they can be surprised to find that it's mostly beard products and then decide to leave. But by then they're already in, and I can say, well, we've got some soaps over here, we've got some women's products here, so it's all. It's marketing is very tricky, but you learn a lot about, personal behavior and just to see in reactions. You say different things and just to see what they say. So
yeah, I have found really effectively. I know that this is just you're playing on people's emotions, but I usually have my wife with me. And my wife, she likes to get all stylish, She's got her hat and her glasses and her little scarves and her accessories and stuff. And so I've come to learn what all these accessories and things that women wear are. And I'll just say, hey, that's a really nice hat. Or just compliment the person, and then they're like, oh, thank you. Like, well, what do you do? And then they want to come in and talk to you, or whatever it may be. I'll just say, hey, those are really cool Chacos, Chaco Nation, because people like to wear those sandals, and they're like, they laugh and they'll come in. But and I'm really like, I'm an aggressive salesman at a craft show. I'm not the type of person that will come and set on my phone and oh, hey, yeah, if you need anything, let me know.
Yeah. That's not good. Yeah,
I'm there to make my money back, for one, that I had to pay to set up, and my time invested in carrying all this stuff and popping it up and then breaking it down. And, I'm there to come off with some profits. So I even check women's fingers. I'll be looking down at their hands, and if they have a ring on their hand, I'll say, hey, you like your man to smell good? And they're like, what? I'm like, I know you got a man. Don't play like you don't. I see that rock. And I said, it about blinded me from over there. It hit the sun just right. And they'll laugh, and that's usually if they get a taste of your personality and you can make them laugh,
Yeah.
that's like they warm right up to you, and they're at least willing to check you out, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I've become much, I mean, I've always been a pretty, friendly people person. Although for years it would be like, okay, after you can only talk about small talk for so much. And it's like, okay, then what? But being at a farmer's market, though, you have your products to talk about, and there's so many different things to talk about, ingredients, what it does for your beard. Of course, having a beard helps demonstrate the fact that it actually works well.
Exactly.
So that's why, like, now that my beard has grown out so much, it's like too bad I can't get out there and do the actual farmers markets.
And now I got to cover it up with a mask, or
Yes.
like my wife, we just recently, I don't have any in today, but Mr. Stash on Instagram had a 50% off code for Death Grip mustache wax on Amazon. So it was only like $7 for a 10 on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
And the stash wax really, like, for me, I can curl out my mustache now. And it really makes the fact that I'm into my beard and I'm passionate about what I do just that much more obvious.
Sure.
Like, this guy's got a curly mustache. I mean, he's into this stuff, so it just makes it a little bit more believable. I'm not out there selling volumizing shampoo or anything. So.
Right, exactly. And plus it's exciting too, the fact that, when you have so many products that you make yourself, people are coming up to you and saying, wow, I can't believe, is there really a need for, at the time, I think it was like 40 cents I had at the
Wow.
48. Is there really a need for it? I'm like, well, yeah. And it's like, we make our own custom scents. So we've got the ingredients anyway. So why not just make them? And in fact, that's the cool thing about having these fragrance oils and essential oils, is you can make everything on demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
So I don't need to have a stock of, 50 bottles of 60 cents, because that would be crazy.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking, like, how in the world would you get all those scents up, man? People would stand there for 2 hours smelling all your scents.
It's really cool how it worked out with when we brought typically 48 cents, and we had a box that was a wooden box that we got at Michael's, and they were split into 24 little squares that you could put 4 bottles each. And so
Nice.
we would make 4 bottles of each scent, and we'd had 2 of those boxes, and then just set them up on the table. And they were it reminded you of, like, if you were to go to like an old vinyl record store and just kind of go through the different records. But in this case, you're kind of just flipping through the oils to see what we've got. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. So, like, all the scent profiles being listed in there, where you can just, like, that
you just
kind of good.
Good, and you pull out the bottle and smell it. But of course, we'd always have one that you could smell. And but now, with what's going on with COVID and stuff, I just didn't want everybody touching all the products and putting it up to their nose and stuff. So
yeah, you always get those people like, can I touch it? And you're like,
yeah.
I mean, you can smell it. That's fine. And we, this first craft show that we did during all this, of course, we did have our hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
Hey, what's up, E-Rock? And I see that Tiki actually said it is Mr. Stash's birthday today. His mustache is 4 years old.
Hey, congratulations.
He's got an adolescent now on his face.
Yes.
Boom.
Be careful. I'll start arguing with you.
Pretty soon.
Nice.
Baby Stash.
Yeah,
he's got the stash, man. That thing about poke him in the eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny that mine has grown so long now that I can actually see a difference between my stash and my beard.
Oh yeah.
For a while it was growing together and there was no differentiation between the two, but yeah, it's definitely taken over and said, nope, I'm a solo character here.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've always had trouble, because my beard doesn't grow from here down. I got the patch.
Oh, okay.
So growing out a longer mustache to have like the full on beard look, like I would have a stash and then there would be nothing here. So it'd look odd, not connecting. And plus it just drives me mad to have it like curling down into my mouth.
Yes.
So
Which,
I mean, much respect for anybody that can do that and wear it that way. I keep mine thin, and then that way I can like curl it out. So
no,
keep it
that's a good
away from
idea.
the
Yeah,
teeth.
I definitely need to trim mine because mine does pull into my mouth. Anytime I eat like a burger or sandwich, it just pulls in and pulls in the hair.
Yeah, for sure.
Cat years, though, probably older than you think. Yeah, was it 7 like dog years? Is it 6 years for cats and 7 for dogs? Something like that.
I'm not sure. I just love how Tiki always has something creative to say.
Yeah, and his videos are like the bomb. They're really cool.
You see his little French press coffee video the other day. I'm like, oh man, Tiki's taking him to town on how to make a French press.
No, not yet. I've got to see that.
He was talking about temperatures and brew times and burr grinders and fresh coffee. Ooh. And I'm like, whoa, we got barista Tiki over here. Love it.
That is so cool.
Yeah. I was like, yep, that's right. You got that one right. I was fact checking him because I like my coffee too, and he did a great job educating. So Suasana says, I have pretty much the same pattern as you. Yeah, right here, bald, and then you get the soul patch kind of thing. So, yeah, you just got to work with it, and take care of it and make it the best that you can.
Yeah. And I know for me, like I've got some patches underneath here that you wouldn't really notice now because it's just grown up like around it. But yeah, I mean, as far as your soul patch, like, yeah, you're right. I don't know that there would be a way to expand it there other than to have it go over your mouth, in which case it would cover your mouth, right?
Right,
so
yeah. So if your mustache grows down, if it covered your whole mouth, you would still have a little bit of a bald spot there, and it would just look odd. So
yeah, it looks good though, I think. I mean, that's your style, you know what I mean? So I think it looks fine.
Shave the head, grow the beard, try to trim my own beard, and keep all the stuff off the back of my neck, make it as presentable as possible. Which I just personally, when people ask me, like, isn't that a pain in the neck to take care of a beard? Like, I'm like, actually, no. Like, it is, to me, it's easier and it's more enjoyable to have a beard than to have to shave every day or every other day and worry about razor burn or nicks or, you still got to buy products. You buy your shaving creams and your aftershaves, and you got to have your razors that are disposable. You're constantly going through that cost. So I'm like, I just rather give it about 4 or 5 days. And if I have some hair starting to kind of fly away, I can just, with some scissors or like a set of clippers, just go straight down. I'm done, leave all this and throw some beard oil.
Yeah, I've saved so much money by not shaving and time. I mean, I just get into the shower. I just put a little beard wash into the beard, rinse it out. And then, of course, my hair, normally it's not quite as short as yours, but usually I'll use a number 1 and just shave the top of my head. And then I'm in and I'm out. It's so easy.
Yeah. I saw like where Ken from Bluegrass Bearded is actually, he works with the Pitbull skull shaver thing. And I wanted to get one, and I actually wanted to use his affiliate code to help him out. Whoa, about to kick my tripod there. So anyhow, he sent me his discount code, and I went to the website, and they did not have any available in the line that I wanted. So I got on Amazon just looking for them to see if they had any, and they didn't. But they had a brand that still had that 5-blade system that kind of pivots with your skull. And it was like $32. So I love it. I love being able to just take that thing, and it could probably go through about 4 head shaves on a charge. So about a week's worth of use, and I just go in circles, man, and I'm done, and if there's anything in the back, my wife can just get it real quick. But
wow, yeah, that's awesome.
I love it. I love keeping the head bald and having the beard. I just think it works really well.
So also, my right side grows slower than my left, always has. I have some thinner spots on my right side, but I've gotten some growth to cover it now. I can still tell, but maybe not a casual onlooker. Yeah,
we're all really particular about our beards. Like for me, my underbeard naturally grows to the right side more. It's like a swoosh effect, and it's not like I've combed it to go that way. So the left side is kind of sparse. So I find that when I do comb or brush, I brush all of my hair to the left side to kind of fill in that sparsity there. Same thing with
Sure.
the cheek line. The cheek line, I believe that my left
Morning, Billy.
side grows in a little more dense than the right. Good morning, Billy.
Oh. Happy Saturday morning. Grab
Yeah,
yourself
absolutely.
some Fruit Loops or Fruity Loops, and then put on the TV and watch us talk here.
It's a little, maybe a little more entertaining than cartoons because it's like real time. We can actually have a conversation. Like Daniel said, beards are quick conversation starters. I get all kinds of questions. I think probably the bigger your beard is, the more questions you probably get asked and more comments, Duck Dynasty,
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people now are watching these types of streams on their TVs rather than watching on their computers or their phones.
Right.
I get several people will let me know, I'm watching you on 720 right now on YouTube on my TV. I'm like, wow. So 53-inch television or 76-inch TV or whatever.
Coming to you live from the Weatherbeard Supply Room. Breaking news.
Breaking, yes. Flash sale going on right now.
The first virtual market so far. I really do believe that the more that you continue this and the more companies that you get on board, I think it's kind of a cool concept because we have so many interviewers that are like, you got the interviewer to the company owner or the interviewer to the influencer, and you have that style, but you don't really have like an owner based stream that is just owners that can educate and talk to the audiences all directly. And especially those of us that do get along, like yourself and I, have no like, no, I gotta outsell him, my products are better. It's like, no, you guys should try Nate's stuff because I've never heard anything bad to date. And I read his profiles and just learning about the process of how you kind of came up with the single batch, like one product at a time. That is so cool. I'm like mind blown. That's just amazing.
Well, yeah, it took a long time to come up with that concept because, when you're literally making one product at a time from scratch, that was damn near impossible to maintain that. So, but what we do is when it comes to our oils, and not our oils, but when it comes to our balms and our butters, we just simply make a batch of unscented. And then we store them in a deeply cooled refrigerator that just only has our Ferocious products. And then when somebody orders something, we pull it out of there and we melt it down and we scent it. And then we cool it off again and label it and include while the time that's cooling, we're making the oil. That's usually a matching oil. And then we just package it up and ship it out. So that's why everything is fresh.
That's so cool, man. I actually, when I first started Weatherbeard and all I had was an Etsy shop, we had a little section called Build a Beard instead of Build a Bear.
Yes.
And it had like the little beard oil with the hammers and the nails and stuff, construction. But yeah, I actually just saw where Bud, he said, not funny. I miss my Saturday morning cartoons. And Corey, do you have any stores in Fort Wayne? I do not. Currently, I did reach out last year. I believe there was a barbershop called Executive Barbershop that I had reached out to, and I spoke with the owner. We sent some samples, but he never chose to move forward. And hindsight 2020, that's totally okay now. I believe that we have a lot more potential growing online. There's just such a massive untapped audience that you can reach versus trying to carry in stores and wholesaling and consigning your products, 50, 60, maybe even 70% of what you could sell it online. And not only that, but like I can offer discounts on my products and still have better margins selling directly to you guys. So I make more, you save more, and I don't have to keep in contact with all these stores to find out, well, how much supplies do you have? Do you guys need to place an order? Like what's your inventory? I can just look. I'm like, that's how many whips I have. It's right there. Like if I need to make some fresh, I can make it.
Yeah.
If I've been sitting on a certain product for a little while, I can say, hey, we have 30, 40% off going on. I need to move some of these and make some fresh. So
Yeah, I think online sales, there's so many potential markets, even in the online world. Like, for example, we look at the different beard groups that are on there, Facebook. Then there's also a whole bunch of people that aren't even involved in those beard groups that just are starting to grow a beard. You've got
I
veterans.
just got another order.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Which I am running ads right now too. So a lot of
Okay.
these orders, I'm basically breaking even. I might spend $10, $20 to
Hmm.
get one person to go to the website and buy a beard oil, and I basically I break even. And technically, if I'm not making more than what I'm spending, I'm going negative because I've got product costs, shipping, and all that stuff. But to
Sure.
me, right now, that's kind of the mindset that I've got. I was very, very gratefully approved for the PPP loan.
Oh, wow.
My,
Okay.
yeah, my business and my wife's business. So
You
that
gonna
did.
go get a Lamborghini now? I saw somebody get one.
Yeah, I have a Hot Wheels Lamborghini that we just got. No, but so yeah, that has freed us up, and now I can actually run ads to attain new customers. And if I'm even going under just a little bit, I feel like the value that I'll have in the back end is worth losing money right now,
Right.
because my customers will have a good experience. They're going to want to try something else. They'll come back 2 to 3 months, and then basically you're just building your baseline constantly. More and more and more customers. And then 2, 3 months from now, when they run out of their product,
Hmm.
they all come back, and I'm acquiring new customers 2 to 3 months from now, plus my old customers. So
Sure.
that's when you start seeing margins, and you're not paying for that customer anymore. You've got them, and you can send them emails. You can let them see your Instagram and Facebook posts. So
Oh, absolutely.
it's really good, man. It's there's a lot of information out there on how to set up like a Facebook ad account and run effective ads. And that right there, I believe, is the secret sauce. If there really is a secret sauce to blowing up or growing your e-commerce, that's what it is.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we're not doing actual virtual. I mean, we're not doing actual farmers markets, but year to date, we're up 94% from last year, which,
Wow.
considering the times we're in,
Yeah,
online
man.
is where it's got to, that's where it's at.
Incredible, man.
So,
Jersey Ron says that was me, Corey. Haven't tried a whipped butter yet.
oh,
Do
nice.
you sell whipped butters as well?
I don't. We tried doing whip butters for twice. I rolled out whip butters, and the problem is I always released them right when summer started, and they melted by the time they got to the customer's home.
That's exactly why. So, okay, Jersey Ron, I'll go ahead and tell you this. If you're looking to try a whipped butter, we do have a buy two, get one free whipped butter sale
Hmm.
on our website right now. All you need to do is go to weatherbeardsupply.com. Should be scrolling there across the screen. You would add 3 of our whipped butters to your cart, and then use the code FREEWHIP, and it'll deduct the price of that third one off of your cart. So you can try 3 of ours for the price of 2, which is a 33% discount. The reason why we're doing that is because the same reason why Nate just said. We have had so many customers that receive it and it's already melted, then you lose that whipped consistency. When you throw it in the fridge and it solidifies, you're basically back to a poured butter anyways. So we're actually going to be offering 4-ounce poured butters, hopefully by November, which will be our 5-year anniversary for being in business. And yeah, so if you have any questions about scents and you want to try that out, you can either ask here or through an Instagram DM, and I'd love to help you.
Yeah. Now here's a question for you, Corey. When you have a whipped butter that melts, when it re-hardens again, how much has it gone down in the bottle?
I would say, like, volume wise, you may lose about 10% of where it was at originally,
Okay.
because the air pockets and stuff that are whipped into it to kind of volumize that,
Mhm.
it's not a huge loss. Now, I have had a lot of people that when they twist the cap off, they're so excited and it kind of sloshes out, and then yeah, you've lost a lot of product. And
Yeah.
that's not something we're gonna probably start making cards, like a business style card or even just a little cubed postcard style deal that just says, hey, you know, place your butter or your balm in the fridge. It's just a simple thing you can do. Just like I love how the Bearded Mac actually just puts fragile stickers on everything and then slaps a big like logo sticker on there. I think I've seen some of your packages with the big Ferocious sticker logo.
Yes. Yeah, we'll put
that's a great touch.
Yeah, we'll put that on, and then for the butters, especially in the summertime, we'll print out a special label that we put on the plastic, like on the bubble wrap of the butter, telling people they should put it in the fridge when they get it. That way they don't just open it right up and pour it all over.
I've had that so many times, and here lately I've been having to double wrap my beard oils. I don't know if it's just USPS members are stressed out, but I've had like 4 broken bottles of oil in the last month.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, man, getting aggressive. Just broken bottles leaked all into the package, and I just feel so bad for my customers. So now I'm like, it's like a football wrapped around that thing, man. I wrap like triple, quadruple layers around this beard oil. It probably feels like they're getting a can of soda in the mail. It's just a beard oil.
Yeah, it's like, wow, that's really crazy though. I have not had any 1 ounce bottles broken, but the samples are leaking. So I pulled my samples. Our bottles, they're little tiny 1 gram size bottles with rubber droppers. And I think the problem is that I think they're starting to degrade because we've had them now for about 1.5 years or 2 years, the bottles. And I just think they can't hang. So we're just going to get rid of those bottles. And I don't know what we're going to do about samples yet, but we pulled them out because I do not want someone for their first experience to have a leaky bottle. So I'd rather not sell samples than have that experience.
So I'm seeing Billy Rogers was asking, did Suasana get his first order in this morning? And he said he got his first Ferocious 2 or 3 days ago. Monkey business, oil and butter combo, and he loves it. Very good. Yeah, Daniel, 5 years. Pretty unbelievable, man. We have kind of a crazy story, and we're kind of we are just now really learning a lot about marketing, advertising, efficiency. We've really just been learning as we grow. And there's been so much that we have been doing, working harder, not smarter. Let's put it that way. We've been doing that for 5 years. And I feel like when all of this hit and we were introduced to e-commerce and all this online side of things, connecting with our customers, it was like opening the door to Narnia. Like, whoa, there's all this possibility. Like, oh my goodness, we've been sitting on this for 5 years and still, even working harder and not smarter, I was blessed to be able to leave Honda and do this full time with my wife last year. And then I helped her do wedding photography. So we're full-time business. So it's pretty wild. It's crazy. This is America, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is definitely nerve-wracking to leave your job that has benefits, that has 401ks, that that's pretty steady, sick days or whatever, to go to just doing it on your own and taking a leap of faith and just doing it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's what Mad Goat, man. I wish he was in here right now. We were talking the other day, but I love this. He said, an entrepreneur is the only person that would leave a 40-hour-a-week job to work 80.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, that is right. Exactly right, man. Like you're always like, well, I could be doing this, or maybe we should send out an email, or maybe I need to do a live. Maybe I need to make more products. So did I need to order something today?
Yeah.
Like, just constantly checking, like, are all my stores taken care of? What's the next craft show?
Yes. I'm always thinking about Ferocious too. Like, I mean, I'm sure I drive Barb crazy because she definitely turns herself off and she'll sit there and watch TV and she's like, I don't want to talk about Ferocious right now. I'm like, all right, I get it. I'm like, but can I just tell you one thing? Because it's in my head. It's like, come on, please. I'm always thinking about something. So
that wheelhouse is always turning, man. It's, what could we do this better? Could we be more efficient? I just had this great idea for a sale or
yes,
whatever it is, man. This is nice. I know you asked about D&D the other night. Me and Alex from Beard Bento are looking to start an
Thank you, Bud,
online.
for the order. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Oh, somebody just placed an order from you too?
Yes. So thank you so much.
This is awesome, man, for a first market. And I believe we've both already received at least 2 or 3 orders.
Yeah.
That's
This is
awesome.
3 orders so far. So really blessed and thankful, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We literally can't do it without you. We have all these ideas and tons of energy, but it ain't going nowhere if we don't have customers. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can dream all day long. It's dreaming's free, but advertising is not. Do you have to look at ordering your carrier ingredients with how everything is? So for some things, yes. Not for everything, but for some things, you definitely they're out of stock on certain things. So yes. That's
cool. So Billy Rogers, he did say that he's going to do a live stream, I guess, with D&D. Okay. So he's streaming like D&D. I know that was crazy for me to hear that Alex jumped in on one of my live streams one day just to talk about the bento box and how we were getting in there. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm like really big into Dungeons and Dragons and I do tournaments. And I'm like, really? He's like, oh yeah, that's my jam. That's what I do, man. And I'm like, I would have never pegged that in a trillion years, but that's cool. That's cool. Whatever floats your boat, man. Yeah. There's a lot worse ways that you could spend your time. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Dungeons and Dragons, that used to be popular back when I was in junior high school.
Yeah, that's been around for a while. Like all my high school friends as well, big D&D guys. I never got into it so much. I played a lot of online video games, which I kind of got away from that as well, which is a good thing because that just would take away from my productivity. And so let's see. I see a comment. Corey, what is your #1 selling scent and my personal favorite? Now, #1 selling scent, I would have to say that since I've gotten into the e-commerce world is definitely by and far my smoked cherry wood. Now, I've come to find out that I believe it's the image and the name of the scent, because the name of the scent is written in red and it's smoked cherry wood, which I think that a lot of guys are just drawn to that title. And they may not even be thinking what it actually is, because it's actually, when you read it on the website, it's a piped tobacco scent, but people are like smoky cherry woodsy, and they get it. And those are like notes that are in a cherry tobacco. I tried to name my products like to conceal the scent in the name, like something you would think Sierra Sunrise. That's probably going to be a citrus blend, right? Or Treebeard is very obvious. Sweet Embers being a vanilla sweet embers tobacco, like a smoky type of smell. So I would say that our top 3 best-selling fragrances, hands down, are Rustic Retreat, which is our sandalwood bourbon, Lion's Night Out, which is kind of a cool water cologne type of scent, and then our smoked cherry wood, which is a cherry piped tobacco. Now, my personal favorite, since you asked, out of everything that I make, is definitely leather and lumber. It is a heavy leather with a base note of pine and cedar. So it's like a hybrid blend of fragrance and essentials. I really like that scent. I feel like it goes well with a lot of colognes. So pretty much any cologne that you would buy would pair well with a leather as a base note to it. So that's my personal favorite. Now out of our lineup. Now I've got some other companies that I actually prefer some other companies' fragrances better than what I've got, because we got some mix masters out there, man, and fragrances are just blowing me away with some of the stuff I'm trying. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. There's so many choices, even with different companies too. So you're always trying to see what other companies are coming out with. And one of the cool things that Ferocious has is the ability to, on Collaboration Corner, people can get together on Tuesdays and we all kind of come up with scents and build those scents. And if they are great scents, we'll put them on the website. And so we always are having new scents as a
Wow.
result. So
I just got another order.
I did too. That's awesome.
Wow, dude, this is so cool. So
thank you very much, Josh.
That's incredible, man. Like I remember last Tuesday just being in your live stream and seeing I think you had like 25 scent profile suggestions, and I'm just like,
yes,
I'm reading these suggestions like, wow, these guys are so creative. Like, you know, like just crazy stuff to mix, you know,
like I could never come up with
fireplace
these.
embers, oud, and strawberry. I'm like,
it's like, oh, it smells good. That's really
wow.
good. That's an A. That's going on there.
It's almost like Mad Pro, man. He has that smell-o-vision that he's doing now. You can almost, like, just reading what they're saying, you're like, okay, I can kind of feel that out in my mind. Like, what would that smell like to combine these scents, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, like, strawberry being blended into something is just really a cool idea, because I haven't seen that very much. So, Corey, are you enjoying the crazy PPP hoop jumping? So, fun thing, bud. I applied under cabbage.com with a K, and cabbage.com is a fintech or a financial institute, kind of like a PayPal or Square. I applied with my business and I got rejected. So
guys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a refill.
All is well. So I went over to a website called Bluevine. I applied for it there. It was much simpler for me to apply, and I got accepted right away. Well, then I turned around and I applied on Bluevine for my wife's business, and her business got denied. So we went over to Cabbage and put hers in, and she got accepted. So that jumping around and having to do it all twice, but it definitely ended up being worth it. And he says D&D is now more popular than ever. I can believe it. With something like that, it probably just continues to grow a bigger fan base. Jersey Ron says, I consider it an honor to be able to buy from such great guys. Thank you. Billy Rogers, I concur, Corey. Bluegrass and emo got me interested in it. So I got the nice scent. They were right. The scent was just right. Exactly. I love the leather and lumber. Emo's a big fan of leather, and I did have Ken's #1 pick with our Sierra Sunrise citrus blend, and I think that's just because his wife really likes citrus blends as well. So happy wife, happy life. Carlos just ordered some soap from Weatherbeard. Excited to try them out. Carlos, we actually have 3 new soaps coming in the mail. And like I said, I will be up front. I do not make my own soaps. I buy them and private label them. But we have a spearmint and basil. We have a kind of an aquatic cologne type of smell, traditional body wash type of smell. And then we also have a orange, lemon, and lime bar that's coming, and I'm excited about all 3 of them. So several reviewers that have checked out our products are like, I think you need more soap offerings, because that's just a really cool add-on to throw in with the beard care. So you can use it in the shower too, you know, using Weatherbeard in the shower. Wash your beard with the wash, which we are out of stock on. But wash your body, wash your beard, get out, throw some more in, and kind of keep that experience going. It's really cool. Billy says, Corey, Nate has one coming soon. No one has tried before, a unique scent. Yes, I do have a new scent coming in November. Hopefully, if I can get it all of my rebranding process down. Yeah, I would love to be able to release a new scent. We are getting rid of our classic cut blend, which is a Cuban cigar. The only thing that we have left available in that is like maybe 8 or 9 beard oils. And I think we do still have around 30 beard balms in that scent. So if anybody likes Cuban cigar, Beard Swag definitely recommended that. He said that was his favorite out of all the ones he got. But it seems to be the least selling across the board for us. We may reformulate and add some Cuban cigar into a blend. So that's something we're thinking about doing. What's up, Adam Carver? I see you over there on Facebook, man. So he says it is crazy. Just wait till they get for the forgiveness part. Yeah, so that was what was really neat about the loan, is that my CPA actually told me that because of the fact that I am a sole proprietor or a single member LLC, he said essentially I can take that entire loan transfer the money from my business account to my personal account, and then basically consider myself paid. So the wording in that loan says that you have to use at least 60% of the loan towards payroll. And then up to 40% of it can be used on like mortgage interest, rent, or utilities. But the thing is at least 60% and up to 40%. So technically you can use 100% of the loan on payroll by transferring the money out of your business to your personal. And then when you show that money trail of the money going into the business and then into the personal, the actual whole loan is 100% forgivable. So I second what Billy Rogers says. If you grab some leather and lumber and some Solstice solid cologne, these two do pair very well together. This has notes of redwood, grapefruit, and saffron in it. It is a polo red cologne type. And then we have our leather, pine, and cedar wood. So definitely good. That redwood complements the pine and cedar quite well. But I see that Nate's back. I'm actually going to take a quick run myself, and I'll be right back up here. I'm almost out of water.
Yes, thanks for covering.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So yeah, I just had to get myself a refresh on my coffee. I'm not used to, well, during the day, I'm used to during my day job getting up early, but I've always got a coffee going here. So, but this is really cool though. There's been a great turnout of people here. So, oh yeah. Yeah, Corey, Nate has one coming soon. No one has tried before. Unique scent. Yes, that's going to be a good one. I know exactly what you're talking about, Billy. So just catching up on some comments here. I like how Corey's got the music going there in the background, so we can listen to that as we're on here. We've had really a cool turnout. We've got 8 people here now, 1 from Facebook right now, and 8 on YouTube, or 7 on YouTube for a total of 8. But we've had probably 25, 30 people come through throughout since we started just at 10 o'clock. So let's see, if you get leather and lumber, grab a Solstice solid cologne. The pair great together. Nice. And I think I got all of the giveaways from last night's show out already. So as long as I have your email address, it makes it super easy to do that. In fact, we had a giveaway on another channel that we had their email address sent to us, so we were able to send out the gift card right away. Those gift cards are just so easy to do for giveaways. So glad to see Corey took you up on your offer to be here, Nate. Me too. Yeah, I am too. I was a little nervous about having other people, if they had enough time to prepare themselves for this kind of thing, because sometimes I just kind of, do things spur of the moment and don't really give it enough time, in all honesty, if I'm honest with myself, to work out the kinks and stuff like that. Sometimes I just like to see what happens if I try something. And this is one of those circumstances where I said, hey, I'm doing a farmer's market this weekend. If anyone wants to join me, let me know. And it's definitely, I'm glad Corey was able to be here too, because I think it's, first of all, it's good exposure for his company. Plus it also gives credibility to have more than one company at one time doing this at the same time. So you're not out there by yourself. And I just think it works out really well. So I'm glad he signed up to do this with me. Carlos just ordered some soap from Weatherbeard. Awesome. I'm going to have to try their soap too. And I actually haven't tried any of Corey's products yet. I'm dying to. And we had talked about maybe doing a swap of products just to try out each other's products, but which is great. I just need to nail down what I want to try and I think what he wants to try from me. So, hey, Adam, what's going on? I came and subscribed to you, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. And we do a show live on Tuesdays called Collaboration Corner, and on Fridays is our free for all. And these farmers markets are kind of new to us. This is the first one, these virtual farmers markets. And as we learn from what works, what doesn't work, we're going to try to have more companies too on here, not even necessarily related to beard oil companies, but maybe have some knife companies or tactical companies or beef jerky. We'd love to have some beef jerky companies on here, that kind of thing. So it'd be fun to do. It seems to have paid off for both of you. Hope more join in the future. Thank you so much, Jersey. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and it's been great. You know, when you do a real farmers market, you never really know what to expect. As far as traffic, you know, foot traffic coming in, sales, and it can vary so much. So like when I do the farmers markets, generally like last summer I did Keller, Texas farmer market, and you get probably anywhere from 4 sales, and that was a 4-hour deal pretty much out there in the sun, and you get anywhere from 4 sales to 15 sales typically in that time frame. And you never know what people are going to buy. You never know who's going to buy from you because, you know, you're out there and no one's really tried your product yet. But the cool thing is they get a chance to really smell it and smell the different scents, and you get a chance to talk to people about stuff. So it's really fun from that aspect. Let me see if I can switch this view so we get the full. There we go. So you get a chance to really get out there and just kind of introduce people to your product, and that's the cool thing about farmers markets. And it's the same thing here virtually. Is I think if we just need to maybe let people on Facebook know and on our Instagram channel know that we're doing these things, and I think people will kind of come into the stream from time to time and get a little bit of exposure to Ferocious, to Weatherbeard, to whoever happens to be here. Let's see. Brad asks, does the trio only apply to an oil balm and a butter combo? Was curious if you offer the same kind of thing where you can mix and match any 2 product scents for 25 or 3. No, it does only apply to an oil balm butter combo at the moment, because so in order to create that page and have it work the way I wanted it to, I needed to create different choices, either an oil, a balm, or a butter. But Shopify has a limit of certain things. They can only do, I think, 100 choices of product before it stops working. So I had to make it really simple, and I also had to kind of cheat a little bit and use an app that allows me to have variables like the different scent choices and things like that for each product. So it's basically an oil, a balm, a butter, or an oil and a balm, or an oil and a butter, or an oil, balm, and butter. Those are the only choices I could really offer to keep it simple. So
yeah, I think that's what we have on our website now. We just switched to Shopify to get the little bundle deal. So we have an oil and butter combo, an oil and balm combo, and then an oil, balm, and butter combo, which when I get my beard wash back in stock, whenever we can get bottles again, we will have an oil, balm, whip, and wash combo. And then we actually have the Voyager, I believe, as we call it, for the guy who's going the distance. It's all 5 of our product types, excluding soap bars, but oil, balm, whip, wash, and a solid cologne. So, Corey, I just ordered the leather and lumber. Yeah, you're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. It's like Billy Rogers just said. You'll love it.
Nice. That sounds like a nice
paid off for you. Yeah, absolutely. Jersey Ron. I did take Nate up on the offer. I had to run downstairs. My phone was dying. So I just got an extension cord and plugged it into here. But yeah, this has been really, really nice, guys, just to chat and hang out with Nate. And we both seem to have gotten 3 or 4 orders since I started. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's been great. Hey, Corey, I was going to recommend, if you get a chance, you may want to take a look under the Shopify apps. Look for something called Infinite Options.
Infinite Options.
Yeah, because what that will let you do is it will let you create multiple variables of products.
My wife is listening. She can jot that down. I saw she was streaming downstairs on the computer. She handles all of our websites, so Honey,
Nice.
just listen to Nate.
Yeah, it's called Infinite Options by ShopPad. And it really does let you create multiple options. Like that's how we can on our website let you choose if you're on, say, the beard oil page. We call it combination corner or combo corner, or combo central actually, where you can select also a balm and a butter and just click little variables and it will bring it all into your shopping cart. So
Very
it makes
cool.
it really easy to do as opposed to Shopify, which limits you to like 100 variables of one product before that it maxes out. So
I see a couple of really nice comments here. Adam Carver last night, he went with That Metal Guy 1983, did the unveil. That scent profile, that's another question that's going to tie in here. It was awesome, and you got to go live with him. That's really cool. And then Billy Rogers just says, I know that you guys mostly use your own products. I'm just curious on what other companies that you enjoy. And I was going to say, Jolly Old Fat Man is one of the ones that I have been fortunate enough to try. He had his Truth Combo, which is no longer available. Such a unique scent profile. It is banana runts candy with oatmeal stout and cotton.
oh wow.
Who does that? And it smells so good. Like it smells like a banana loafed bread just out of the oven, and you got that spice. And I'm like, I'm not one really to think that you would enjoy food scents, which is why we don't have any in our line. But after getting his and putting it in the beard, I'm like, okay, I get it now. This is actually really nice. And my wife was like, you're wearing bananas. So that's another brand. Jolly Old Fat Man also has a really nice earthy, woodsy cologne type of blend. It has tobacco, patchouli, clove, and cedarwood in it. Oh man, it's called the Naughty List, and that is an excellent beard oil. A couple other companies that I've tried that I enjoy. I have tried Hummingbeard, their Warrior's Blood scent, which I find to be a very relaxing nighttime scent. I've tried JC Grooming. I've got 3 of their products now, thanks to Ken from Bluegrass Bearded. When we met up, he actually gave me a couple products. I bought him a candle for his birthday. I don't know if you guys saw that post, but yeah, JC Grooming is really good. Their beard butter really surprised me though. It's very firm. It's like firm as, or maybe even firmer than my beard balm. So I can only imagine what his beard balm is like. That like super stiff.
Yeah.
But he has like a tea tree, peppermint, and orange, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But to date, I would say that I've also tried Copper John's recently. Backwoods Coffee, awesome scent, awesome product there. His butter texture is just crazy smooth.
Nice.
And then Sphinx Beard Co. Those are all the different ones that I've tried to date. And I'm definitely going to get Nate. We're going to get products from each other.
Yeah, we were talking about we're just need to nail
determined.
down the scent profiles after we both want to try from each other. We're going to do a product swap and just
Yeah, I would love
enjoy
that.
each other's products.
I'm wanting to try that Blackberry Tobacco now, man. After watching Swag go nuts about it, I was like,
Oh, that is definitely a very, very awesome scent. I love that scent. It's just really rich and really it is intoxicating for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Dude. So just a couple of scents products that I've tried from other companies that I really like. This here, Last Looks, they're out of California.
Very cool owner too, man. He's great.
Yeah, and this particular scent is called root beer, and it literally smells like root beer. It's a great scent. I love this product. It feels great in the beard, and I think they're in Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood, California.
Yeah, and he's like all movie themed is how he makes his stuff. My wife and I just started drinking like root beer seltzer waters from Kroger.
Oh.
That was so different. Like no sugar, but you still taste that root beer. It's awesome.
I'm gonna have to try that.
If you're a seltzer fan, check it out. Maybe Kroger will have some.
Yeah, I do like seltzer a lot, so I'll check that out. And another one I've tried recently is Defined Beard Company out of Texas.
Oh, Carrie.
Yeah, and this is newfangled, and I really like this. This is a really nice scent. This is a oud scent. Let me see. This one here, Dark Musk, Vegeteer, black pepper, vanilla, leather, and oud. And these bottles have become popular lately. These types of bottles that have this, they're thick dropper bottles.
The big
The
restrictor
restrictors,
tops.
the big restrictors. Yeah, they've become
Yeah, that's
popular
how
lately.
Sphinx does his. You kind of tap it on the bottom, shakes out. It's not like your traditional like essential oil style reducer. It's much bigger.
Yeah, and I think more accurate or more reliable, I guess you could say, because some of these ones that you've got your essential oils in and fragrance oils, they are not always reliable. You go to make your drops and it's like, come on, you know, you end up taking it out and put it in your own dropper bottles. Come on. And then have you noticed, Corey, I don't know about you, but I've noticed when it comes to citrus scents, you'll get like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, oh, stop. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that is very true. Citrus essential oils are just naturally very thin.
Yes,
they're very thin consistency, where something like a patchouli, sometimes those are thicker, and you're just sitting there like, come out. You finally break that first air bubble.
Yeah, and they just starts pouring out.
Yeah, let's go now. So, cotton. Yeah, that's what Billy Rogers, cotton. I got another scent profile going in my head. I'm like, who puts cotton, oatmeal, and bananas? That's so cool.
Yeah, and cotton is a very nice scent. Yeah, Georgia
that
on
one
my mind.
Also sounded very, very nice, man. I just read some of these scent profiles and your mouth starts watering. You're like, what is going on? It's amazing.
Yeah, and that was a great scent Billy came up with on the collaboration corner. That's peach, tobacco, and bourbon. That's a really great scent.
I'm another big hot tea fan. Sleepy time peach tea with some honey in it, dude. Woo. I was just smelling the aroma from that tea. I'm like, I want a beard oil. That smells like so good. I think I've seen like some peach nectarine or like honey peach fragrance oils and stuff, which is just a cool take.
Oh yeah. But says he doesn't care for the restrictor tops on the glass bottles. The old restrictor tops for sure I didn't care for because they're so small. Like, you know, we were talking about how they are hard to get out. But these ones, I gotta say, this one here seems to be pretty solid. It seems to be pretty reliable. And you know, you can pack this up without worrying about the glass dropper breaking, which rarely happens, but sometimes it does.
Sure.
But
you just kind of eliminate the oops, I accidentally knocked my beard oil over and now it's all over the place. You know, like when you're getting your dropper top out, you go to put it back in if you're clumsy or something. Or
yes,
that has happened, and it's a heartbreaker. I know.
Yeah, and sometimes, like I've noticed, I will use a dropper top. I'll open it up, and I'll put it in my beard, and I'll just drop this back into the bottle like this. But of course, I just dropped it back in. I haven't tightened it. Put the beard oil in, and then I forget it's like this. So if it were to tip, it's just going to fall right out.
The one thing I really like about the droppers, though, versus those restrictors, you kind of hitting it out into your hand, and yeah, you kind of have a rough estimate. That looks about right. But I don't know about you particularly, but I know that beard oil is designed to go into the skin under the beard. So you're going to work it in with your fingers, not your palms. Because I get a lot of people, you get it all in your palms, right? And you're rubbing it. Well, guess what? Like the surface area of your palm is very large. And so you actually lose quite a bit of that oil just going into the palm and spreading it all out there. So what I like to do is I like to put the drops across my fingers. Like I'll put my hand, I'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll just rub my fingers together like that and go straight under the beard with the fingers and kind of scrub down. So I don't have it all over my palms. So I think you could probably save beard oil that way and get really direct, right, with what you're trying to do instead of kind of wiping with your palms on the top of the beard. You can go right under the beard.
That's a good technique. That's a great technique there.
That's what I've been doing for quite a while now. Or I used to take it and I would drop it across the tines of my comb and use that to, if I wanted to coat the hair, I would just drop it across the tines and then comb it through. But putting it all in the palms, I feel like it's almost a waste. So
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that definitely is something that you can lose a lot of the beard oil, and you end up using
Now,
more beard oil.
when you're wanting to get a good smell and try to bring out scent notes, dropping 3 or 4 drops and really getting that heat going, creating friction, that's a good idea. If you want to really pull the smell out of a beard oil.
Mm-hmm.
But the application, I feel like right across the finger, little pods of your finger, you got like 3 sections to your finger. You can do like 2 drops per section. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. If pineapple slush gets an A, I'll have 5 profiles out or coming out with you. Georgia on my mind, bourbon apple crisp, straw burst, pineapple slush, and dirt road therapy. Yeah,
Wow.
we should have a collection too of not just Collaboration Corner, but this is Billy's collection, or however we want to call it,
Yeah. That
Hey,
sounds
Andy.
amazing, though. Some pineapple.
Oh yeah, that pineapple's a great scent.
I love anything pineapple. Actually, I was just talking the other day when I was hanging out with Ken from Bluegrass Bearded. I was looking for a pineapple syrup at this international market we were at, and I saw mango, but they didn't have pineapple. And what inspired it, we actually picked up a latte, an iced coffee in California last year when we went to visit my wife's brother. And they made us an iced latte with coconut syrup, or not coconut syrup, but pineapple syrup with coconut shavings in the top. Oh, pineapple, coconut, and coffee.
How
There
was
you
it?
go. There's a scent profile for you, Nate. Pineapple, coconut, and coffee. It's so good.
I'm gonna write that down.
I mean, it may be something you can play around with, but we've been doing. I made an IGTV and did like a mango coconut iced latte on there and showed everybody how I make my drink. But it's really good. I think I prefer the pineapple syrup over the mango.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I like pineapple too more now than mango. We've got, Dangerous Mango, which is mango and vanilla, and that's a great scent, but I'd like the pineapple more than the mango myself too.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more bite to it,
Yep.
which is what I like.
Sure thing.
So
I think once we get our rebrand taken care of, hey, Beta,
what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Once we get our new templates laid out for the look and feel, I think like introducing these limited run scents or like special editions or whatever would be a lot easier. But I always have to remind everybody, as far as like let's say your business being primarily just online, where I'm supplying 25 to 30 different stores on a consignment and wholesale base. I'm making a lot of products in every fragrance. I don't make like individuals. So making all these different scents where people are constantly coming out with, hey, we have a new scent. This scent's going away. We have 3 new scents. Check out this limited scent. And I'm like, I can't do that because I have so much going on to make all these products and keep all of my stores stocked. Like it just becomes overwhelming. If I had 15, 20 cents, I have to make that in oils, butters, balms times 50 each, times all the stores, and I've got to keep up on all these labels and bottles, and it becomes a whole lot. Now, if I was solely online and we had our template down, I would love to do, this is something that my wife and I have thought about doing because people kind of like food fragrances, but we want to, with our new website, if you guys go to it and check it out, you don't have to buy anything. I'd just love to get feedback. But like this first drawing that we had made up for us, it is a tent with a bonfire sitting out in the mountains under the stars, kind of that camping vibe. We're wanting to go that route, and I think it would be cool to have a side series, like a special adventure collection, and do like foods and fragrances that you would smell while camping, like kind of like the backwoods brew from Copper John's. Maybe I could call it like Mountain Mornings or something like that, or do like a campfire coffee scent, or maybe even like a trail mix type of smell.
S'mores would be good too.
S'mores, yeah, absolutely. So s'mores and coffee, s'mores and campfire, but just try to like embody that camping experience and have a side series of like limited or special edition things. I think once we get our rebranding completely done, that may be something we look into, because I know a lot of people are into those types of fragrances.
Oh yeah, there's a company out of Denton, which is just north of us. I think it's called What's in Your Beard, and it's one of those. I don't know that he's doing it full time, but he specializes in making all sorts of scents, like barbecue sauce and
Oh my gosh,
all sorts of stuff for your beard. You know that
I have seen some like maple glazed bacon fragrance oils.
bacons.
And they smell good.
Oh yeah. So Jersey Ron says, I like how involved you are with customers in Collaboration Corner. Yeah, I just love being involved with it's direct contact with our customers and our Ferocious fans, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy being with you guys and learning what you guys actually want from me is huge. Yeah. I really love that. You know?
Campfire s'mores. Beta calls that as his idea.
oh yeah, campfire and s'mores.
I have an amazing personally, I know a lot of people might not be big on smoke, but I have a Bonfire Fragrance Oil that I just recently got. Oh man, I could just wear that straight. It smells so good. Like it smells like a straight up smoky bonfire. I love it.
Oh, I bet you.
I think that's a good note to accentuate. And actually, what got me looking for it is a cologne fragrance called By the Fireplace. It's by a company called Maison Margiela. But they are, it's very expensive. It's like $150 cologne. And I got a sample of it at Sephora one day. And I'm like, I want this. Like, if I could make that into a beard oil, like instant top hit for anybody that buys it. It would be my best selling scent. I know it would. Such a good smell. And it has like a bonfire, toasted marshmallow, and hazelnut vibe to it.
Okay. That sounds really good. Well, those of you that are just joining us, we are still going to be open for another 15 minutes or so. It's 11:45 here in Texas. So if you go to weatherbeardsupply.com, you can save 20% with code TAKE20. If you go to goatmadness.com, you can save 20% with FFMarket1. And if you go to fbeard.com, which is my site, ferociousbeard.com, fbeard.com is kind of a shortcut. And there's on the very top of our page, we've got a green bar that will link you to our specials for the farmers market, which are $15 beard oils, balms and butters. They're 15 for one, or 25 for two, or three. You can get a trio for $40. So we really appreciate your business. We've already, each of us have had some sales today, thanks to you guys. So we really appreciate you guys, your support of our small businesses. And it's just great being able to join you, Corey. And one thing I was curious about is, are you going to continue to support the are you going to continue to run your business similarly to, I know you're going to kind of convert to online, but you're also going to be doing, keeping your products in stores and supplying them as well?
Yeah. So we're going to keep supplying stores. I believe my wife and I have talked about this. There are several of our 25 to 30 stores. I always lose track. But there are several of them that are very small scale. They may only sell maybe 3 products in a month. And we're probably going to stop supplying those guys. We'll just say, hey, put everything on clearance, kind of stick with our heavy hitters that are moving, 10 to 20 products a month, to make it actually worth our time. And then that way we can keep their stock fresh as well. Cause you got a place that sells 3 products a month and they have 50 products. 6 months from now, they're still going to have some of that original stuff. And so we want to keep everything fresh and rotating on like a 2 to 3 month basis, just to make sure that our customer in their store is having a good experience. Yeah, primarily e-commerce moving forward, and just staying in contact with everybody like we're doing. And then figuring out what all of the feedback is, what people want. Like, we have learned so much in a 2-month time span. And that's what's coming into our rebrand. I mean, like twist top balm tins, 4-ounce beard butters, stronger scented beard oils, scent profiles actually listed on every product, getting the website on all the products, having an actual lathering, stripping beard wash or a co-wash available in all the different fragrances, and just like so much good constructive criticism and feedback. I'm blown away. So I just love what the community is offering. I love to see what is succeeding from other companies and their scent profiles. There's just so much I can learn here as a business owner compared to just dropping my products off in stores and waiting for things to happen. So,
yeah, no, you're right. And I think, what you've done is really hard to do, is to go out there and, try to convince a shop to purchase your products and then carry your products, because that's really, I guess, that's the part of sales that to me is the most difficult. You have to get used to people closing doors in your face and saying, no, I've already got a supplier. So I never even approached that route. I know we've talked about it in the past before, but I really just started out doing online sales. And for me, the big breakout was doing the farmers markets, because that was my first taste at direct selling to somebody who was standing
that's so fun.
And it is fun. I
love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't know what took me so long to do it, other than
I actually waited. I think it was my 3rd year before we ever even did a farmer's market, and we did, I think, 7 markets that first year. The first time we did, I think my average sales was $900 a show.
Wow.
Yeah, there was one show in particular, and this is the show that convinced me that I could leave Honda. It was in Toledo, Ohio. It was a 10-hour show, and I had 20 cans of all of my colognes with me, because I was like, hey, that's like 140 colognes. Surely I'll have enough. In the first hour of that show, I sold all 20 cans of my Solstice Solid Cologne, and I had 9 hours left. Let's just put it this way. That day, I ended up doing over $2,400 in sales. And I was like, it takes me a month to make that much money at Honda after all my taxes are taken out. And I just made it in a day. I'm like, wow. I think we could do this, hon. Like, we just need to find more of these amazing shows where people are coming to. And
yes,
this last year, man, we did 117 sales at that same show and did 3,100 in sales.
Unbelievable.
In a day. It was 10 hours, 117 sales.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for stopping in.
It was
That's
just
crazy.
Flowing like crazy. So craft shows are my favorite for a reason, but it's just so cool to watch people respond to your product and to learn in real time and get to put a face to your brand. They remember, like, oh, when I buy that product, that's who I'm supporting, that guy and his wife. And
yes,
I love that.
Yeah. Wow, that's really incredible numbers there. And the thing about these types of these markets, for those of you that don't know, is that typically companies need to pay a fee to sell at a market. So you have to kind of evaluate, okay, let's say it's $100 to set up a canopy or a table at an event. You have to see, well, I hope I at least get $100 back, because then you've broken even.
Yep.
And then you have to hope that people will keep selling or keep coming by, and you'll be able to sell more products, so you'll make a profit. And then plus you're giving up a whole day or an afternoon or a morning or whatever. And then you have to also hope that they're marketing it in a way that is going to draw people. Because I remember one time we went to a church, actually.
I've had a lot of dud craft shows, man, where like, you pay $100, $200 to set up for a weekend long thing, and it just
yeah, and like nobody shows up, and you're like,
oh,
and you're selling to other vendors, it's like we're trading.
Exactly. Hey, I'll buy some of your popcorn if you buy my beard oil.
Yeah, exactly. And that happens more often than you would think.
It really does. But that is another really cool aspect of craft shows, is just being able to check out what everyone else is doing, and people wanting to do product swaps. I've gotten so many things in my house right now just from other vendors that, hey, I want to try your cologne. Here's a wooden carved out sign of the state of Ohio, or here's a saw that I draw art on, or whatever it may be. So it's a lot of fun.
Yes. And you also learn about, well, like, for example, when I first went to the market I went to, I just had like some regular tablecloths over our tables, and I saw these really cool fitted, like something like that. And I saw these really cool fitted black tablecloths that had little tucks underneath the legs of the table. So I was like, hey, where did you get those? Those are cool. They showed me where they got them on Amazon. So I ordered some, and now, you can make your table look so much more professional just by getting tips and tricks from other people.
I have found that my wife and I actually went to Amazon and we bought a tapestry that just has really bright greens and reds and yellows. It's like a scene of a mountainscape with like the stars and everything back behind it. And it gets people to stop. Like, wow, that's a really cool backdrop. And I mean, that's all it takes. And it was like maybe $15.
Yes.
And just something really bright and loud on the back of your tent. And people are like, oh, what's going on over there?
Yes.
So little tips and tricks, you start seeing what other people do. You're like, wow, that is stinking cool.
Yeah. I found at Walmart, I found a Texas flag that you can connect to a 10 by 10 canopy, and it's got little pockets so you can put things in it. It was $15 at Walmart.
There
so
you
people
go.
are talking about, hey, cool, what's that? Texas flag. That's awesome.
Right on, man.
So
yeah, there's just so much, so many different craft shows in different areas too. You can kind of, like, I have found that certain areas, even if there's a lot of people that come to a craft show, they won't perform well just because of the city. Like the feeling and the vibe. Like I said, up in Toledo, dude, they're like a million hipsters, I guess you could say. But just people that are into that artsy, local, crafty, they're very tight-knit in that style of stuff. Whereas like my local hometown, it's just kind of middle-aged to older people, not really familiar. What in the world is beard care, So, but yeah, man, Indianapolis is always killer. Cincinnati is amazing. I believe we've actually got a show coming up on August the 8th. We have to apply for it by August the 3rd, but we're going to get it in there, I believe. And it's in Hamilton, Ohio, which is like 20 minutes north of Cincinnati. And I believe it is the second largest city within the Cincinnati region. So I believe it'll bring a lot of people.
Oh, good. Hopefully COVID doesn't keep people away, and hopefully,
all the vendors have your hand sanitizer. You're behind a table. You've got your masks, and you just do what you can and just be respectful of other people. But I would say the first show we've done this year, it was actually really good. We had a 2-day show, like Billy Rogers was talking about. He says the craft show that Corey did on his live was fun, just for you guys to watch me connect with customers in real time. But we actually ended up doing 35 transactions across 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did almost 900 in sales for those 2 days, which was phenomenal.
That's good, yeah.
Jeff Bronk, he carries Solid Cologne. I really like Solid Colognes. I'm getting into it. Yeah, man. All of our Solid Colognes are actually just name brand fragrances that we melt down into the beeswax base. We will be getting rid of these two guys. So if you're wanting to try out a Hollister fragrance, which is our Anchorage, or Drakkar Noir, which is a really popular scent for those guys that are up in the years a little bit. That was the jam back in the day.
I love Drakkar myself, yeah.
Drakkar is so good. My dad wore that all through my childhood, so I just equate that with manly. Like, it's just the manly smell. But we're actually adding 3 new fragrances to our cologne collection, so we're making room for those by rotating these 2 out. And I'm very excited to continue to introduce that concept to people. So
very cool.
A lot of fun with those. That's our #1 selling item at every craft show, because women tend to shop at craft shows, and you get them to come up. Oh my gosh, like, that is delicious. Like, what is that? And then and then they smell them all and they show their friends. And
so
it's
with those solid colognes, and you have a beard, how do those solid colognes actually work? Do you put them on as if you would put a beard balm on, or how would you do
No, actually, you open up the cologne tin and you swirl your finger, just the heat of your finger on the wax, and then you would swipe it back behind your ear on your neck on either side.
Okay.
And then you can swipe it on your wrist, your forearms, rub your arms together, and then it just sets as kind of like a skin scent. So It sets on your skin about the same strength as what a spray cologne would after about an hour, where it's not going to have that like scent cloud just booming. This is like a half ounce to 3/4 ounce. We put 3/4 ounce on the tin, but it's somewhere in that range between a half and 3/4. And it will last anywhere between like 6 months to a year if you're using it every day, because it just takes some swirls of the finger. You're not like digging into it real heavy like a balm would. So yeah, these last like half a year to a year. I would say daily use, probably a half a year. So
wow, so you definitely get your money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. I get people all the time like $20 for that. Like, that's tiny. And I'm like, well, you spend $20 on a steak dinner that you poop out the next day, but this will be here 6 months from now. So I'm like, you just choose your battles. Choose your battles. So
that's funny.
Yeah, you gotta get the guys laughing, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
like
absolutely.
That seems to be a thing with sales and being in person, is just cracking people up and making comments like that. And they're like, this guy is a great salesman. It's just hilarious. So
that is cool. That's funny. Well, guys, listen, it is now 12 o'clock here in Central Texas. Actually, we're in North Texas. Why did I say Central Time? I guess you should say Texas time. It's 12 o'clock noon. We've been here for 2 hours, and it's been a great experience. We've each had some sales, and we've learned a little bit more about each other. Corey, it's always good to talk to you. And thanks. It's great to talk to all of you guys who have showed up on the show too. We still have 9 people here. That's really
amazing.
Cool. People
yeah, not bad for a first event, man. For both of us to pull in 3 or 4 sales from these guys, and whether it was from them or not, we still got them at the same time. That was cool.
Without a giveaway.
Yeah, we weren't even giving products away for free. I'll definitely be willing to tune in to the next one you host, and maybe with a little preparation, we could both share and cross promote and try to get all the guys that were here for the first one to share as well. You know, we can kind of grow this thing. So
yeah, and I think maybe we don't have to stick to the 10 to 12. Excuse me. We can also do it in the afternoon sometime if that's easier or better for people that are just waking up and don't want to just jump right onto a stream right away. So I will keep my farmers market page open for another hour on the website in case anybody wants to make any last minute purchases.
But then check it out, guys.
Yeah, and after an hour, I will switch it back to the regular site, so that page will go down. Appreciate you guys always for showing up and being there for us. So I guess that's pretty much all we've got for today. So thank you guys so much for showing up, and Corey, thank you for being here.
Not a problem, man. I really enjoyed it.
All right, have a good. Let's see, just a couple of comments here. This is just.
I just got another order.
Oh, sweet! That is awesome.
Yeah, coming in.
Congratulations! Strong. Nice. Was it for the solid cologne? Do you know yet? Or
I didn't even check. It just popped down real quick. I don't believe so. I'm thinking it was probably for a beard oil, or maybe it was a cologne with a discount.
So. That's cool. Corey, I may have to try in the future. I may have to try some solid colognes at some actual farmers markets to see how that does for drawing in women, because that is my biggest issue, is drawing women into the farmers market.
I would recommend making I'll even talk to you about recipes and stuff and where you can get some of these great scents, which you know where to get a lot of scents from, but really, really simple concept. And if you have something specifically tailored towards women, I get it every show. They walk up, they smell these, like, oh, these are all just men's scents though. Do you have anything for women? These smell really good. Like, I would totally buy these if it was a perfume. And I'm like,
wow.
Not yet.
That's a great idea.
But if you make a solid perfume, because you guys are now doing soaps, you could have kind of a mixed bag, say we primarily do beard care, but we also offer these perfumes and soaps. And if you have a bearded man, or you know of a bearded man, then you can check out all of our other things. And that's usually what I do. My catchphrase at every show is, hey, have you ever seen a solid cologne before? And they're like, a what? I'm like, yeah. And then they come check it out, and then I can walk them through everything else we do. I'm like, if you know a man at all, or if you have a man or you know of a man that has a beard or a family member, all of this stuff is excellent. And then usually you make that suggestion and they're like, oh, well, you know, I do work with this guy. Or, oh, my cousin so-and-so, or well, my best friend, you know, he's got a beard, so maybe he would like to check this out. And then you can at least pass a business card or something. So
yeah, that's a great idea. That's
definitely,
really...
I would suggest making some solid colognes. And if you're going to do that, branch out and maybe do a couple perfumes. Because women, if they're going to buy for their man, they almost feel like I should be getting myself something too.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, double down, man. Say, you know, take $5 off of 2 or whatever. So
sure, great idea. Well, all right, guys. Andy says always a good time hanging out with you guys. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. I could not have said that better myself. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day and afternoon, and we will see you guys later. Thanks again, Corey.
No problem, man. No problem at all.
All right.